We're still here. It's been a busy year. We haven't posted a video, I think, since last June. And so one of the questions that we keep getting at this point is
Rachel still alive?
Or some other variation of that question. And so clearly, she's doing great.
Thank you, Lord.
It's been a busy year. We'll get into some of personally what we've been going through, what Rachel's cancer journey has looked like, but also some exciting things that have happened with the Cancer Box and that are continuing to happen. And so we just want to give an update as we move into this season of getting more active in the YouTube channel. So that's what we're here to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I just finished up, I think, my third round of radiation on a recurring spot in my liver, like in March.
Yeah, so in the last year, 2 spots have come up. One that we treated, and then another
December of 22, and then March of this year.
Mm-hmm. So we were able to treat those with a treatment called CyberKnife radiation, which we're actually going to have an interview with the doctor who specializes in CyberKnife, because it's a really cool targeted option that was pretty low symptom. We didn't have to do chemo. There's kind of nothing holistically that we had to do, just some very targeted treatment, which was a really cool option for us. But other than that, we've been just enjoying our time with our little family and this reprieve that we've had. It's been interesting that and encouraging that the YouTube channel has actually kind of exploded in recent months, even though we haven't been posting anything. And I think that's a little bit bittersweet for us. I mean, it's really cool to see that these are helpful resources for a number of people. But at the same time, kind of always said, like, we hope
it's sad that it's relevant.
Yeah, we hope to work ourselves out of a job to some extent.
Yeah.
And so we're happy that we get to be here with each of you as you're going through what you're going through. Mm-hmm. But we also pray that this ends for everybody, that cancer becomes something that we don't have to talk about with young people, old people, with this generation. One of the things that's been happening as the YouTube channel has become more popular is we have the opportunity to speak one-on-one with cancer fighters and caretakers. And what comes out of that is the recognition that, on the Cancer Box side of things, we really focus on physical health, and that's often where people's questions start. But we personally have a passion for people's emotional and spiritual health as well. And so the conversation moves that direction.
It's often tied together because how you're doing mentally and emotionally really impacts the physical side of things and how you're holding up through all of it.
Yeah, so one thing we wanted to share is that actually from the very start of our journey, which is now almost 5 years ago, mm-hmm. Rachel has been blogging. We have been blogging together at racheldye.com. We'll put the link below. But if the Cancer Box is where we share our thoughts on the physical health side of things and the fight against cancer, this blog is really where you'll learn about our heart, our personal faith journey, our own struggles in working through being young parents, mm-hmm. Going through something we never thought we'd go through, and how God has been this integral part of that.
There's often a lot of emotional and just mental aspects to this journey that it will hit you at very unexpected times. And when you find out you're in remission, and then just in processing that, even I've had a lot of different emotions and things come up, and realizing that, like, just being to this goal end of being like, I'm through cancer treatment does not equal, oh, I'm just fine now. And there's not this like snap back to like what life was before.
Life goes back to what it was.
Yeah, and you almost feel like somebody needs to like hand you this giant trophy and be like, you're done, and no more scams and everything. And you're like, wait a second, why am I still here with all this like leftover trauma and baggage? And it's oftentimes what I find myself processing through, and writing has been a super helpful way for me to just work through a lot of that, and how I work through it with God and my faith and through scripture. So blogging has really been a very helpful, healthy outlet for me. And it's something that it brings a lot of value and joy to me, knowing that there's other cancer patients and other people going through this that can identify, that can relate and say, oh my goodness, that's exactly how I feel. And I know the importance of community and people connecting over shared trauma and grief and pain and loss and everything that goes along with the cancer diagnosis.
And the blessing and joy that can come with that. It's this very bittersweet experience.
Yeah.
So we'll drop a link below because that's something that's going to continue as well. And we really want to be a part of people's holistic journey. And so we'll likely keep the Cancer Box here talking about the science and research and those things, but we don't want to lose sight of the fact that this is as much a spiritual and emotional battle as it is a physical one. And
I don't anticipate myself being done processing through all my trauma anytime soon. So.
You have plenty to write.
Sorry, Internet.
Other things that have happened. Last year, we partnered with an organization called the Metabolic Terrain Institute of Health, which was founded by Dr. Naisha Winters. Many of you, I think, know Dr. Naisha. She's become a close friend of ours, and her organization and team are fantastic. We partnered on a special edition box with them called the Terrain 10 box, and that was just such a valuable experience for us, and to see how it has impacted the community that we're all a part of. Mm-hmm. And so we actually recently replenished our stock and have that now available again. And so I'll put a link down there as well for you to just go check it out. These are things that Naisha herself really curated and handpicked that we were able to work with because we already have the Cancer Box infrastructure in place. And so it was a way that we could work together and have a greater impact than if we did it alone. The other thing is that we are going to be getting a lot more videos out there. We have interviews lined up with, like we talked about, different targeted treatment options like CyberKnife radiation. Something that we get a lot of questions about is the type of chemo that Rachel did, because it was pretty unique. And so we're going to be talking with that doctor who is really spearheading that effort here in the US. And we're going to give an update on ivermectin. That's one of the things that I could bring up the probably 100 questions.
Hot button topic. Yeah, that phrase.
There you go. We're going to talk through really what we do, Rachel's protocol around that. And so just stay tuned. I recommend if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that if this is the type of content you're looking for. And of course, like every YouTuber ever, you could give this video a like if you'd like to.
Subscribe.
Because that does actually help make sure that people see this more than if it stays stagnant. So that's what we got going on, and we're excited about the future and excited to go on this journey with you.
And I'm still alive.
And Rachel is definitely alive and thriving.